போட்டுறலாம் அப்படின்னு.
Okay, okay. See, some things I wanted to discuss about this millets. Okay.
ஓகே சார்.
You all know about millets. Okay, International Year of Millets is there. That and this everything is there. Okay, but some issues I want to discuss, because positive you all know it is very good for health, good for soil. It is climate smart. We need to increase. India is leading the front, like that and all. Okay, but if they say all these things, there are some issues also which you should tell them. Okay, that will be very important. The first issue which you can tell is the practicality. Okay. Means practically can we promote millets to every household? Now, first thing is storability. Millets cannot be stored for more than 15 days or 1 month.
Sir, but ragi can be stored, right?
Ragi to some extent can be stored in other millets like bajra, sorghum. This and all, it cannot be stored for long time like that. It will create that rancidity. Okay. So that's why what they do at home, they will mill in frequent interval. They will not mill and keep complete mill, because if you completely mill and keep, it will become some rancid and it will spoil. Okay, but this is not the case with rice and wheat. It is very easy. Okay, so practically these millets are having these issues, and we can, if they say that yes, we need to shift from rice and wheat, you should also not say like that. There are some practical difficulty. Maybe what you can say now, if you are preparing some dosa, okay, just add a little bit flour of this, some little millet or some bajra in that. Okay, if you are making some rice, we will make from rice only, like dosa, this idli. Okay, in that idli, just add some amount of some millet powdered. Okay, we should not say that yes, we should eat everything millet, because that is not practically possible. Second,
because now the staple food, in the staple food, rice and wheat are dominating. So it is not so easy to change the food habits of the people so easy in a shorter period of time.
Yeah, why it is not able to change is because of this. Because first is consumer preference is not there. If I give you this one for 1 week, if you eat ragi for 1 week, you will feel fed up, because it has that taste, and this will be something different, not like rice and wheat. And another, in North India, there is problem of this in chapati. In North India, the chapati need to be like fluffy. It should just come out like that and all. Wheat chapati. But these millet chapatis and all will not be like that. It will be a little bit hard, and it will not give that flavor. Adu ubbuttala, what do you call it? No, those things will not happen in these millet dosa, millet items. Okay, that's why some institutes like in IRA also, what they are doing, they are taking the soya bean flour. From that, they are extracting some gluten and other product and mixing with this bajra flour and making powders, so that people can have that flavor like some rice or wheat in the flour.
Okay.
And other things like the production, because the production is average around 1000 kgs, even less than 1000 kgs millet production.
1000 kgs in the sense overall?
Per hectare.
Per hectare, okay.
I think it is less than 1000. You can check also, around 1000 kg. So there is no like much production compared to rice and wheat. Production is very high. It will be 3 times more, 3000 kg, 4000 kg. It will be like this.
Okay.
So if you are promoting millets, then price may also rise. If you are saying that 3000, 4000 kg you are getting in a field, this will this yield will be less.
Okay.
And that practical area, please bring. Don't forget that at home, whether it is possible. These are the issues, sir. Okay, even because if they or you are telling very much positive about millets, there should be some limitations also. You should say them.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and you tell like this. Give some practical example, like sir, if you are making some idli or dosa at home, you can add just little bit flour of this pearl millet or something. In this way, we can easily bring millets in our diet, in our home. Sir, in
So
midday
can we
meal
say the
scheme,
government can promote it can make people aware of some simple recipes which could be implemented in daily breakfast meal?
yeah, you can tell that. And also some examples like in midday meal, same example you can use, like in midday meal, sir, you can use this, not completely this, only little millet something, it is not possible. In rice, you in something they're making, add this flour, something like that. It will first start like that.
Okay.
And this economic front, there is no MSP, proper MSP. So farmers will not be happy to grow those things.
And
Some
the
support
limit,
price should be there.
one more limitation is very, it is very regional. Like rice and wheat, it is in many places in pan India we grow, but millets are very much they have very regional reach, and growing regions are also very regional.
Yeah. Why it is regional? It is not that. It is regional because we are indirectly promoting this rice and wheat through all our policies, na. And also we need temperature and other things also. That is also correct only what you're telling. And another thing is the good amount of seeds are not available. Research institutes are also not there. In India, if you see Indian Institute of Millet Research, only one research institute is mainly working for millets. Okay, there are some other also for sorghum, bajra, but for that minor millets, very few these are there. Institutes are there. So and private sector is not working on these things, particularly minor millets. Okay, only difference you should know. There are minor millets and millets.
Okay.
Yeah. Then some other you want to add?
Can we add this value addition point?
Yeah, positive side.
Difficulty in value addition, can we bring that?
No, the difficulty rather than in negative, it is in positive sense. We can go for a value addition, like make some chips, muruku. We can make many other pasta, all these things from millets.
That can be suggestion.
That can be good suggestion that in that way we can go promote it. Okay, because at home it is difficult, but value addition side it is little bit okay. Like biscuits are all there, na ragi biscuit. How many companies are promoting?
Procurement should be increased. MSP should be provided for millets.
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
in the specific states.
Yes. Some amount of procurement should be there to promote so that farmers will be incentivized to grow them.
I think in Karnataka, PDS ragi is also added. Is it?
Yeah, I think in some cages, I think it is there ragi also. It is there, but in some other states it may not be there. Like only rice and wheat is there, most states. What about in Tamil Nadu, Vaishali?
I don't think they give millets here, sir.
No.
It's only rice, wheat, and sugar.
Okay. Yeah,
and there
that's why
is
we
this
need.
Matru Vandana Yojana, Janani Suraksha Yojana, which will give balanced diet for mothers, pregnant ladies. So in that also they can include millet.
Yeah. Midday meal, all these schemes they can include millet.
Okay.
Then any other thing? And international export, you can talk about some areas. Like and organic farming in like millets are usually grown organically. This is also one point. Because they don't use much of fertilizer and other things. So it is in generally grown organically only. So you can promote export.
So I think millet is grown for the more of it is a subsistence crop.
Yes.
So it should be commercialized to some extent.
Yeah, it should be commercialized, and government should help farmers in doing that. But there are many practical difficulty like the storability, processing. Processing means making into powder and this one. So farmers cannot do it at ease as compared to rice and wheat. It is very easy. You can store it. You just put it outside somewhere. It will be there. But you cannot do this for millets. It will get spoiled easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a complete government support for that.
Okay. So the other schemes like the price stabilization schemes should be extended to millets also, like whatever it is available for oil seeds and rice and wheat agricultural schemes.
Yeah, that is also, you can say, all those any schemes which are there for other crops, we can bring it in millets also.
Okay.
Then some other topics means like you see for this, what is your take on natural farming? Because even in this budget, they increased the budget for natural farming. Whether natural farming should be promoted all over India. Is it time for India that we move away from this chemical farming and the whole India should practice natural farming in another 10-20 years?
Okay. So the thing is, from time immemorial, India has been practicing the natural farming itself, organic farming before the Green Revolution. But why we moved to the chemical farming, there is a reason, like to achieve the food security and address the issue of the time. So that's why in 1960s, 1970s, we promoted, like we had to increase the yield or productivity overall to increase to achieve food security. That's why we adopted chemical farming. Now that we have achieved food security, but we cannot compromise on that aspect also, productivity. So we cannot adopt organic farming overnight, like what happened in Sri Lanka, banning the chemical fertilizers overnight. So those kind of economic issues will be there is a possibility of those kind of issues. So it is a good idea to move for organic farming, but it should be in phases.
Okay, not I'm asking about natural farming. What about natural farming? Okay, no problem. Okay, you go ahead. Next question. Okay. In phases, we need to go for that. Okay.
And we have the practices should be changed. So we should use the agricultural extension for that purpose and help the farmers to transit from the chemical farming to natural or organic farming. And the government policies should also be tuned, not overnight, but that government policies should be in a transitory way. The policies should be tuned, like instead of promoting the chemical fertilizers, the government should also promote more of organic manures. Those kind of policies should be adopted over a period of time, not overnight.
Okay, what do you say, Vaishali?
Sir, in my stand, I think it is not practically feasible to bring natural farming all over India, as we have so many mouths to feed, and the yield reduces drastically when we convert to natural farming. Plus, the availability of the organic manure for all our crop production is very meager. So I don't think it is practical as of now to move completely to natural farming. Maybe we can practice integrated nutrient management and integrated pest and disease management. for moving towards sustainable agriculture instead of completely going in for natural farming.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. That's an well articulated. Okay. So finally,
So the
what we
main
can
point
say.
is integrated farming system. Like natural farming should also be part of the farming, but not completely. There should also be the mixed approach, integrated approach.
Like integrated pest management, disease management. We can't directly shift is one point, and there are some areas wherein we can go for it. Like we have done also in some Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep, and Sikkim, and some other places. The vegetation is good, mainly northeastern India. Okay, so in that regions we can promote this natural farming first. Okay, because there they are not using chemical fertilizers much, very less, mainly northeastern in India. Okay, so in those regions we can promote this natural farming and organic practices. Okay, in other stretches, maybe in pilot basis you can try, but what has been observed is that the yield will there is like good amount of chance that the yield will decrease when we go for this organic farming. Okay, so what we can do best is that wherever possible, there you can use these organic inputs wherever possible. Like if you are using some chemical fertilizer, replace with biofertilizers. Okay. And if the, like what happens, when there is some less amount of pest, then you can go for this neem extract and other things, organic products. But once it breaches that limit, that is like ETL, EIL, and all we study, na. So if those limits are breached, then we should come for a chemical farming, we should use chemicals. Okay, so an integrated approach at lower level, you keep our this one organic approaches. But if it breaches, then we need to go for it so that farmers' interest is protected, and also finally, you should say the food security of the country may be affected by that. Okay, and there is no completely scientific backing. We need lot of amount of research. This is what is said now. There is no like scientific backing till now. Even ICR is not giving scientific backing for these things.
Okay.
That it will increase yield, other things. Okay, do you have that difference between what is this organic farming, natural farming?
Organic farming is one type of natural farming.
No. Organic farming is one type of natural. Okay. Okay, then what is the difference?
Sir, I think in organic farming, addition of inputs is allowed, like compost, vermicompost, and sort of stuff.
Yeah.
In natural farming, it is like completely going natural with it is nutrient upcycling or recycling within the farm.
Yes, correct. So in natural farming, it is like growing naturally, but in organic farming, we use lot of amount of FIM. Okay, even biofertilizers, we may go for tillage, but in natural farming, there is no tillage also. They don't even till the land. Okay, completely like natural. But here we do all these things, but we try to avoid some chemical component. Okay, and when you're promoting this organic and natural farming, we should make sure, okay, that when you answer, make sure that we should go for value addition and then export and other things should be done, branding and other things. Otherwise, because you see, definitely the yield is going to decrease. So farmers should get some premium price. Then only this organic farming, this will be beneficial to the farmers. Okay.
Farmers should be incentivized.
Yeah, farmers should be incentivized and they should get premium prices because see, you're growing organically and you're getting same price. Problem is, see, for in PDS system or any procurement, there is no difference. They will not ask you organic separate line, chemical.
But what about the consumers' interest, sir? If they're if branding and incentivizing farmers is fine, when even for the consumer interest, the government policy should pitch in. because
in what
affordability
way?
will be an issue.
Yeah, definitely. It will be costlier. If you brand with organic, definitely it will be costlier.
So how to
Okay.
address that affordability?
So like to address the affordability, we need to go for this integrated methods only. Okay. You can't like both we can't have, because organic farming, when they do, definitely their yield is going to decrease compared to chemical farming, and these farmers should get the premium price for that. Then only it will become meaningful for them.
Okay, then only some section of people will be reached with organic farming.
Yeah. Presently, whatever is there, it is like that only. Only they will get the benefit. Then any other you want to add, Vaishali?
Sir, there are schemes like Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, right?
Yeah.
In that, there is participatory guarantee system, but how credible is that, sir?
Yeah, the credibility is little bit less, because in participatory guarantee system, I think some countries and all, they don't take that certification, na?
Yes, sir.
Because you are mutually doing all these things, they need some regulator for that. Then only they are agreeing.
Sir. So I think there's an issue with that, this participatory guarantee system.
Yeah, for export there will be some issue, but within India it's okay. We can go ahead like that.
Okay.
Something like that we can say. For export it will be because they need strict protocols for that.
So the certification should be improved.
Yeah, certification methodology should be improved. Mithun, you want to add? Mithun, okay, left. Some other topics or this topic you want to discuss, you tell me. And they asked about this hydroponics, na? Read about hydroponics. What they do now in hydroponics, they use this liquid nitrogen media, nutrient media. Okay, means in water we use different water soluble nutrients, and they are combined in that. And plants will directly uptake from that nutrient water. So there will be precision water, all these things. You can use precision water management, precision nutrient management, and there will be like precision, all the components will be taken up by the plant. And we can to some extent reduce the chemical and other things also, because precisely we are using it only when required. Otherwise, we will not be using it.
Okay.
Okay, only fertilizer, these nutrients will be using it for growing. Where it is used practically means some places like for growing these fodder crops, na, there it is used. Even in India, some places, what they do now, they have one complete one system. So water will be there, and the plants will grow very fast. For fodder, they don't need this plant, na, just that shoot they need. So within 1 week or 10 days, the whole shoot they will get, like whole big plot. Water system will be connected. So you will get lot amount of fodders and all, fresh fodder. But if you're growing it in the field, it will take long time and other issues will be there. Even hydroponics, you can do it at home also, in other places also. And also you can tell about land is getting degraded and less amount of land. So we can recycle and use these nutrient media for the plants, all these things.
But the initial initial infrastructure cost will be the challenge in hydroponics.
Yeah, definitely. It will be very high. It will be very high.
But we can use only water soluble fertilizers, right, sir?
Yes, water soluble fertilizers only.
And they're costly, right? Like all 17 and all 19, they're water soluble. But you don't get any subsidies for that. And also it is costly. I think the cost of production might increase a little bit.
Yes, yes, yes. That is there because those products and all, no, they are all like export quality. We don't get in the market. Like capsicum and all, they make through hydroponics. They are all export varieties, and cost it is much costlier only.
And sir, can we grow all crops through hydroponics? I think there's a limitation in that.
Yes, yes, because we can't grow like properly. Complete yield we will not get it for all the crops.
So we can go for leafy vegetables and fodder
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Such things it is very much useful,
okay.
like leafy
To
vegetables
contemplate
and
the
all.
needs of a rapid urbanization or something like that, we can.
Yeah, yeah, correct. What you're saying that is true. If you go for this green leafy, whichever is having like that, flush growth, there it is useful, but not like plant wherein it will grow and give yield. There it is not much useful.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, we can suggest like for addressing the climate change issues in urban heat islands for green roofing, the government can promote hydroponics for terrace gardening.
For terrace gardening, yeah, for terrace gardening we can promote, but cost and all will be an issue. Maybe, maybe at small scale we can do. See, hydroponics means you should not always think big thing. Even at home also, using some small pipes and small things also at low cost also we can do.
Hmm.
In that way, I think we can say. Then any other things you want to say?
Okay, sir.
Any other topics you are interested to discuss? Some current topics also you see means from the this year budget and all.
Okay, sir.
Why the budget has been cut na, so whether it will have any impact, and when you say this MSP and all, they will definitely ask whether MSP is needed. Should we remove MSP? And about that farm loss also they have asked, so whether uh, okay, you tell about that farm law, whether it was needed or not, or why that was taken back, whether it was needed, it was a good law or a bad law.
So there was
Mitul?
concern.
Yeah. Tell me. Go ahead.
There was concern among the farmers that the market, the existing market arrangements will be disturbed, and in future they may take back, they may discontinue the MSP and all those things. But somewhere the farm laws are needed for the centralized, a kind of centralized regulation in agriculture sector, so that the farmers um, should not be subjected to the clutches of the middlemen and so on. But there should not be monopoly of APMCs as such. There should be different channels established so that the farmers will get different opportunities for better price discovery.
Okay, fair enough. Told. Okay, then what? Vaishali?
And one more point is that there should be some kind of centralized law, because there are some clusters of production in different states. But if in the absence of centralized law, the market will also be very limited. So for the expansion of market and better price discovery, centralized law will be useful for the farmer.
But okay, but many laws are there, or many things are already going on, like for interstate transport, cluster-based approach between states, and also agriculture is a state subject. So it should not be forced on the people, no? On the farmers. So they may say like that.
Sir, in my opinion, the majority of the farmers who are protesting was from the green revolution benefited regions such as Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP. And when you look at the data for the FCI procurement and MSP beneficiaries, most of the majority of them are from that region. There's a heavy regional imbalance when it comes to MSP and FCI procurement.
Definitely.
So that was the concern. But in the basic thing is that the law, in overall, it was a very good law, but there was some sort of miscommunication or some non-awareness among the farmers, and that is why I feel like that they were protesting.
Okay. Fair enough. Like you told, that point is also very important, that there is regional imbalance, and about 80-90%, I think all the subsidies are like the MSP, the procurement happens in this region only. Okay. Yeah. What
Yes.
about? Yeah.
Sir, but there should be centralized law, but it should not encroach upon the jurisdiction of the states when it comes to agriculture. But there should be some minimal regulation which will incentivize farming.
Yeah, you can say that, like in a very
Sir,
soft manner.
can we suggest some GST sort of mechanism for agriculture marketing subject?
GST council.
Like GST council, like that.
Some sort of
Okay.
mechanism like GST, where states are given 2/3 power and the central is given 1/3 power,
Okay.
so that we can move towards the vision of one nation, one market, ENAM. The ENAMs are majorly like they're not in working.
Practically not working.
Practically, they're not feasible as different states have different laws, and states are worried because of their laws in revenue from the market fee of APMCs. So they could be compensated in some way, just like GST compensation.
Okay.
So that
But like,
it gives a good example for cooperative federalism.
okay. But these areas, okay, you can try, but you need to like be a little bit, means completely be clear, because if they go on asking whether you'll be able to answer, that is the question. Okay.
Okay,
Then
sir.
they may go into GST and ask why this one. So like that, if they go, whether we'll be able to answer. Rather than giving new ideas, it's better to keep safe and don't go into that area, is what I feel. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because they may ask some other. So some general conclusion which you can say is that, sir, the three laws which were done are like are useful and they are beneficial for the farmers. Okay, but I feel that there was a lack of communication, and also they were not informed. Like the laws did not reach the farmers in an informed way, and they were not taken into consideration while making the law. That created apprehension among the farmers that these laws may be against them. Okay, they were not considered. Third, you can say, sir, while implementing such an huge law, we could have gone from some pilot project. Okay, in pilot project in different regions. So we can go for some pilot projects. So based on that pilot projects, then the farmers will be convinced. Okay, like in Punjab, you are doing these things. In some regions, you can do these experiments or these laws in some areas, so that the farmers will see that and they will feel that yes, these laws are really helpful, and they will replicate. So now, presently, the thing is that we should go for all the pilot projects for these laws in different regions, and once the farmers see the benefit, they can go ahead. And another point which you need to, I feel, which you need to add is this will aid in private sector investment, because if you see the public sector investment in agriculture from 1980s or something is always falling down. Okay, today we have a private sector investment in every sector. You go to infrastructure, you go to oil, phase, everywhere private sector investment is there. But only sector where this private sector is not coming and investing is agriculture sector. Okay, so that's why there is no competition, there is no market, there is no such price for, like demand supply. Prices are all normal. Okay, that's why we need the private sector to come in the market, but with some regulation and help of the government.
Okay, sir.
Sir, what about this contract farming, sir?
Contract farming, see, all these laws now is one way promoting the things, and you can give one example in contract farming if they ask. Okay, positives you all know. The example is like this Nandini model. You can say this Amul model. All these are like an model of this contract farming. And another important is in the livestock sector. Okay, like you can see this all this Suguna chicken and other all these things. Na, the whole this poultry sector is controlled by contract farming.
Okay.
Okay, whole. If you see the whole this poultry sector is controlled by contract farming. That is a successful thing. You know, in Tamil Nadu and all many places, it is much famous. What is the name? Some places are there, na Tamil Nadu. This contract farming, this one they're doing.
Sir, I'm not very sure about it.
Okay. But in India, completely the contract farming is controlling this our poultry sector. Okay, and it isn't like it is growing like anything, that sector. Okay, so in that way, if we are promoting in other sectors, then it will be helpful. Like that, you can give the example of this poultry sector. Then some other you want to add?
Sir, there is a model land titling act.
Model?
Digitizing the land records, sir. From presumptive land record to conclusive land record.
Okay.
Land titling. There might be possibility of asking question on that, right?
Okay.
There is a model Digital Land Records Act.
Okay. So in what way? I'm not much aware of that topic. In what way it will be helpful? You have idea, Vaishali?
So the thing is, there was the idea is in India by default we are following presumptive land titling system. Like I can give parallel for understanding this. Like how we can say that we are Indian citizens. So we can say that we have a passport or we have ration card. We have so many proofs to prove that we are citizens. But we don't have anything like citizenship card. Like Green America, we don't have that.
Yes.
But in Assam, what happened? The issue of who is the citizens of India, that issue came up because of some local issues, regional issues there. Then they conducted NRC, that show me that you are citizen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understood in that way. Like presumptive land titling is that the ownership is determined through the details of past transactions.
Okay.
Like the registration of transaction, sale deed, records of inheritance, mortgage or lease. If you're able to provide some record to show that you're an owner, then it is based on the current possession, that will be the status of the land. Okay, but many a times there are land disputes as a major hurdle in any sector. For example, for agricultural improvement or industrial improvement or infrastructure, land, when it comes to land acquisition. So land dispute is a major hurdle for improving ease of doing business in many sectors. So for addressing this, government has introduced in 2008 itself, Digital India Land Record Modernization Program was initiated for digitizing the land records. And as extension of that, government has drafted model land titling bill. So in 2021, model bill on conclusive land titling was, since land is a state subject, this is like a model APMC Act only. So model bill was sent to the states and union territories. But there is more issues and challenges in implementing this act. Moreover, not many states are agreeing on implementing this act, because when it comes to conclusive land titling, the state governments get the responsibility of establishing ownership of each and every chunk of land in their state. So the state's revenue department will become responsible for establishing who is the owner of the land. And if there is any additional claimants or dispute, the claim will be on the government. That means the government will be compensating the claimants other than for whom the government is fixing as the owner. So that is the apprehension of the states. So that's the main reason that the states are not implementing this act.
And all this land, if you take that land issues, it's very difficult to determine, very difficult to allot and do all these things.
Yes, sir.
Because in India, there are a lot of issues, like many lands have been occupied by many people. And many poor people have occupied, and it becomes a political issue.
Yes, sir.
So they don't want to go much deep into it. But what you can say that, yes, we need to, in a phased manner, we need to do that. Because at the end of the day, because there are a lot of other threats which can be there. So based on that threat, we need to definitely do that, but in phased manner, taking all the stakeholders into consideration, something like that.
But there is possibility of asking this in interview, right?
Yeah, they may ask, because this is like some important burning topics, something related to land reforms. All these things can lead you here. If they ask those things, why land reforms did not happen, because all these things are related, because land reforms did not happen because of these reasons. So that's why we are doing all these things like that.
So in Vision December edition, this issue, this particular current affair is discussed for your reference special.
Okay. Fine. And also read regarding these things also. This FPO is there, na? FPO topic.
Yes, sir.
All those things you read is cooperative, the farmer producer organization, some of the successful farmer producer organization. And now the trend is FPO. So like if they ask you what you should do, many farmers, we need to join them. So means joint processing, joint machinery holding, all these things we are now telling about FPO. So we need to do FPO. In millets also, how you will promote means that also you can add the concept of this FPO. So in this way also we are eliminating this middleman, because the farmers only will become the managers also. They are the producer, manager, they are the persons who will market it out. Because they will have this aggregation power and bargaining power will increase.
Sir. Sir, and there was also one multi-state cooperatives bill introduced in Lok Sabha.
Yes. They may ask about that. It was the issue last year, because last year they did, 1 year back. They tried to make some changes in that bill. For that,
there are successful models like Amul and Nandini. So these are like regional models, but according to this act, there is possibility of merging all those cooperatives. That was the major.
So if they merge or they bring together other states, you can do much of the export. You can reduce the cost and other things. And some of the production happens across borders. production processing across border, then this act will be helpful for them. Otherwise, there will be a lot of regulatory issues if they want to do such things.
Okay.
So regarding GM and all, I think you attended some mocks.
Yes, sir. I attended one mock, one panel
Okay.
mock in Bangalore, sir.
Okay.
Mostly the agricultural questions were based on GM and farm bills. Sir. They have asked the two questions regarding GM and farm bills.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
GM
So
and
you answered
Yes, sir. I answered both of them.
farm bills he's telling.
Yes, sir. One is about regarding farm bills. They have, it was like a role play. You will be
Okay.
made a secretary of agriculture. What changes you will bring in for 3 farm bills? How it can be improved, and how will you implement the same? One thing. Second, regarding the GM crops, why farmers are protesting despite having so much of benefits from the GM mustard? They have asked it.
Okay. What did you answer?
Sir, for the GM mustard, I told all the points like it will be high costing. I'm in support of GM mustard, but however, why farmers are protesting are due to high costs of GM seeds. One is a super weed concept, a long-term health impact. I told 3-4 points. Later, for some of the points, he was like countering the same argument, but I told that sir, still studies are going on. I think a long-term impact assessment and risk assessment should be made, taking into consideration all the stakeholders, farmers, research institutes, so that we can implement it in a proper way. So that was the answer for GM crops. Sir. And for farm bills, I told that there is an essential commodities act which will provide a safety net for farmers whenever there is a fluctuation in the prices. There we can have some sort of concession instead of completely removing the essential commodities act. And contract for me should be made much in a much proper way, so that both farmers and business persons do not get any ill effects due to implementation. So I put these 2 points.
Okay. So see, another thing you can say, like the farmers are protesting means, sir, we can't first of all say that completely the farmers are the ones who are protesting. Okay. There are some civil societies and organizations which are having apprehensions. They are protesting, and you should give some examples to prove your point. Like you can say, sir, if the farmers are the ones who are against, but today 90% of the area under cotton is grown. They are all GM crops.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the farmers are not getting the benefit, then they would not grow such crops. They would because the non-GM are also available in the market.
Yes, sir.
So you can say like that also.
Means while stating our statement, we should be substantiating with the example.
Yeah, if possible. If they say that why farmers, no, then at the end you can say, sir, for the example, only one cotton like we are having, but they are also 90% still they are doing. So they are getting benefit. That's why they are doing. Sir, yes, I agree that these problems are there, but the conclusion of cost benefit ratio is very high in GM crops. Okay. And essential safeguards are there in like in the farm bills. What you can say that, sir, rather than making many changes in the farm bill, I would increase the awareness, and I also told that we will do the pilot basis in different places.
Yes, sir.
Okay, rather than making their edition, because they are all done with some intention after many planning. Okay.
Sir.
So rather than we question the knowledge of the policymaker, use this area that to say that we should the implementation side. Let us do some pilot project and some awareness and other things. First I will work on that area, sir.
Okay, sir. On pilot basis in some places, after their success, we can gradually implement it in our other states.
Yeah, you can say, sir. Because otherwise, if you are telling some recommendation, it means that you are questioning their wisdom, the policymaker wisdom.
Yes, sir.
And
Means it was like they have asked me like if you will make a secretary of agriculture department, what are the changes that you will bring? So I thought that including some of the points here.
yeah, like you can say that only, that sir, first of all, rather than bringing change, first I will at that implementation stage I will bring changes, because in this time there was issue with the not taking farmers into consultancy, like
Yes,
that
sir.
you can say.
Okay, sir.
So that too, when taking opinions of farmers group, it should be inclusive, not only the in some geographical region or some class of farmers. So even the grassroots farmers associations and the farmers who are not part of any farmer associations, even their opinions should be like should be considered.
Yeah, you can say that. That is also a good point. The organizations, all the organizations, okay, and majorly the even in South India also they need to be considered, something like that.
Okay. Sir, another question would be regarding second green revolution. They will be asking, sir, mostly because it is in news for so much time now.
Okay, what question they asked?
Means I'm thinking whether they will be asking like I have prepared for it, sir, for second green revolution.
Okay, what you have prepared?
Sir, second green revolution is very much required because we are having actually producing we are food surplus. Now we have to, from food security to nutritional security, we have to move. And green revolution was concentrated only in particular pockets of the country. There is a need for looking into other states as well, where green revolution is not properly not implemented, like Eastern India or Northeastern India. Now this green revolution should be morely focusing on sustainable agriculture. So these 3 points, if they ask, I will be saying. First is nutritional security, balanced regional development, and focusing on the sustainable agriculture, climate smart agriculture.
Okay. You have articulated well. That is good points only. Anything you want to add?
So for when it comes to second green revolution, we have to add the new techniques like increasing farm mechanization and precision agriculture, and adopting this organic farming or the integrated farming system should also be part of that second green second green revolution.
Yeah, that is also good points. What point I wanted to say now is that profitability of the farmer should increase. Okay, and agriculture should not be seen as an like subsistence of just this one. It should be also be like seen as a business. Okay, we need more amount of this agripreneurs and all, because in the first green revolution, okay, it's just for food security. But the present, it is not like it's not just for food security, like processing and other sectors you need to work on.
Okay, sir.
So that it will
be
become
more
profitable. Yeah,
Okay,
holistic, and it should be profitable. Not simply farmers means not only simply growing. They should be like a business. They should earn money. Make it that way.
Sir, for
Okay,
that
sir.
we can use this terminology. Like the first green revolution was production centric. It was about only increasing production. So now it should not be only production centric. It should also focus on the supply chain, logistics approach.
Yeah, supply chain, marketing, and profitability, income.
Yes, sir. And there should be more synergy between the different ministries like agriculture ministry, food processing ministry, and the opportunities in commerce and industry.
Yeah, you can say that all those like export led. Based on all this discussion, you can make some points.
Yes, sir.
Because it will be, you can't be telling much. So based on all this, we can make some points.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, tell me. So these things you can discuss. Some other points which you are getting now, so you can write down. So that when you
Sir,
are free, we
yes,
can
sir.
see.
Sir, in the
Yes, tell
actual
me.
interview, if they ask anything like this, how many points we should be saying, sir? Whether it should be 3 or 4, or we can elaborate. Because I faced the same situation when I am having so many points, they will cut short, so that some other important points I will be missing. So whenever they will be asking some opinion-based question, how many points should we should be saying, sir, in the interview?
Yeah, definitely they will cut short because this is like some discussion we are stretching it.
Yes,
But
sir.
in interview, you should be very specific to the point.
Okay,
And
sir.
if it is like more than 45 seconds, they may not listen to you.
Yes, sir.
Even 30, and also prioritize the important points first. If you say some stories and all, they will cut you short there only then.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I think we should convey more things in shorter sentences.
Yeah,
Like
use
we say
that
precision
keywords.
agriculture, that will convey many things. Integrated farming approach, that will convey many things. So in that way, in technical words, if we are describing, then that will be more in crisp and precise way we can convey.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
just keep this agricultural jargons in fingertips so that it will make you to frame better sentences.
Yes, definitely. And also, it should not look like main answer that you're telling the points. It should look some practical answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, integrated pest disease, rather than telling, you can say some it's like pest management using chemicals also, some fertilizer also, like some conversation also. It should look like.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. There should be some balance between both.
Okay, sir.
Okay, some other questions also, if you have, you write down. We will discuss some other time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and use Google also. Many newspaper articles are very useful.
Okay, sir.
Google it and just read some newspaper article. Read these articles of Ashok Gulati.
Okay, sir.
Just type Ashok Gulati like that in the Google. In news, you will get lot of these articles of him. So read few of them every day. You will get some perspective in your mind. What policymakers are saying.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all the best. Do well. We'll
Thank you,
meet
sir.
some other time. Okay,
Okay,
thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.